Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to It's Healthy Podcast, where we talk about healthy lifestyle and how to lose weight in a healthy way. I'm outside this morning. I have to do a course, so I'll try to record this idea on the time I walk to the station, the near station. So the idea for today is that I have is why I don't recommend to count calories when you want to lose weight. I think is the most not idiot but controversial idea of losing weight. Like, you have to have a deficit. You have to write down or install apps, scan food to track your calorie intake, because you work as a machine. How many calories you put inside your body and how many calories you burn. Theoretically, it's true. This is how things work. Like, yeah, it's true. You are like a machine. But, and for the human body, always will be but. Because you are not a machine. You are not something. You are not like a motor where if it's broke, you change one piece and it's working again. The human body needs years or needs days, months to repair. Okay? Even if you go and do a surgery for something, you need a recovery period. So this is one aspect. And it's not working like that. Yeah, theoretically it's true. The calorie that you intake, you get inside of the body, you have to have a deficit between the calories that you take and the calories that you burn to lose weight. It's totally perfect. But another reason is that you have a life. Okay? You are not a machine that wakes up in the morning, or not even stay awake all day long, and the main thing that the human body does is to eat, and that's all. To eat and get it out. Eat and get it out, and get it out in a way like staying in the same position or do just one thing, and that's all. No, it's not working like that. Every human being has a life. Like, they have to do something. They have kids, they have jobs, they have to pay the bills, they have to go and run, they have to go shopping, they have to have a laugh, they have to stay and watch telly. They do sorts of activities, depends on the human being. And after all these activities that normal people do, you have to think about the emotional part that is most important. It is, I think, in my opinion, is the most important thing, because it's the psychological part. So beside this, these actions, the physical actions that burns calories, okay, like a machine, you have the emotional part, the psychological part, that produce some changes in your body, hormonal changes, okay, that can have a chain reaction on your body that can make your body burn more calories or make your internal organs to stop processing the food that you have inside. And this is another reason why I don't recommend, and I think it's a bad idea to start counting calories when you want to lose weight. So you don't stay in one place like a machine and you just get inside something and you have to get outside more than you get inside. No, it's not working like that. Okay, third example. You are not an athlete. For example, an athlete is the most closer thing to a machine. Why? Because the athlete does the same thing every single day. The athlete, this is their job. And their job is, I don't know, for example, playing basketball, okay? Like LeBron James or, I don't know, other person famous in basketball. They woke up, they go to the gym, they exercise, they come back, they sleep, they do it again, and they do this like 4 or 5 times in a day. This is what they do. They go to the gym, they work hard, they go back home, they sleep or eat, they go back to the gym, and they do this 4 or 5 times per day. So because they do this, they need to track their calories intake. They need to do this. Why? Because it's about performance. So they have to track the performance. They have to track how they feel. They have to track every single day to increase the performance. Because this is the main goal for athletes. They have to become better and better and better every single day. They push themselves. They push themselves when they working out. When they go to the gym, they push their body more and more every single day to achieve performance. So to do this, you need more muscles. So because you need more muscles or increase the level of your muscles, okay, you need to keep tracking all the stuff that you eat, like proteins, like carbs, like fats, especially calories and all of this. So if you are not an athlete and you are just a normal human being, you don't have to count calories, because this is the third reason. And it's a difference between athlete and a normal human being. And I just said it. Okay. The fourth thing that I have in mind about this idea of counting calories. Just a second to check my time. The fourth thing is, I forgot my idea. Let me just stay on track. Okay. Coming back. Fourth idea. As a normal person, for example, from my experience, I had clients, and for example, I had some years, but in total, like an average, I had more than 100 clients per year. So 90%, or maybe more than 90%, were women. And it's fascinating. You as a personal trainer, you hear, if you connect very well with your client, you will hear like lots of stories, lots of amazing stories. And the most important part here is that if you listen carefully and you listen good, you start creating an image of what happens outside, like what really happens in a life of a normal human being, especially a woman. So you realize that this woman, they want to lose weight, they want to become better, they want to take care of their body. You realize that these women, beside their job, their normal job that is maybe 8-10 hours, maybe they have a very high position in their companies, or medium, or they have medium positions in their company. They also have home, a life. Maybe they have 1, 2, 3 kids, maybe 4. They have a husband. So all of these things contributes to the main life. So when they decide that they have to do something about their body, they have to take into consideration all of these things. Okay, so they have an amount of stress from the job, from the kids, from the husband, from the relationship, and they try to think that they have to add one more thing to their schedule, and this is losing weight. So you have all these activities in your life, okay? All these activities, and you come to me and say, hey, I want to lose weight. And me as a personal trainer, learning about you and learning about your actual daily routine, I will come and say, hey, you know what? Besides all these activities that you do, like taking care of your kids, going to the job, stay positive in your relationship with your husband, or try to make it work, and I don't know, other problems like loans, like lots of things, okay? Besides all of this, you have to start counting calories. Maybe you don't come to me, maybe you come to a nutritionist, okay? So they say, hey, you have to start counting calories. Okay, well, you have to track all the things that you eat, but no worries, you have help. You have some apps, okay, that you can scan your food, and everything, so it will be much easier. But from this perspective, it's very simple. Like, hey, you have to do just one more activity. But it's not like this for a woman or for a man, okay? But especially for a woman, from my experience, I can tell you from my experience, from what I saw. And for a woman, it's not that simple, because they will add like one more activity that creates stress. It's like, okay, from now on you have one more stress. You have one more activity that creates more stress. So when for the woman, when all of these things get around, like stress from, I don't know, problems with the children, or trying to take care of the children. Just a second. Yeah, so let's get back on track. I think it will be a little bit more noisy than usual because I'm in the bus right now. So for a normal woman, doing all these activities, like getting stress from the child, maybe they have problems with their husband, with their boyfriend, something happens, our loans, they can't pay the loans, maybe they have problems with the bank, maybe they have sorts of problems that the real life, like the real life, and they can't manage their emotions. They can't manage the psychological part. Okay, it's too much for them, and at the end, they have one more action that creates, like counting calories. So think about, imagine this in the head of a woman. Okay, they have all these problems, or not really woman, anyone else. They have these all sorts of normal life problems, and they are one step to the depression or frustrations or all of this stuff. And the way they look, especially for women, the way they look in the mirror is the most important thing for them. So besides makeup and hair, the body is very important, how they look, especially for single ones. So imagine all these problems in one day, and at the end they can't stay on track of counting the calories. They can't stay on track to create the deficit that the nutritionist or personal trainer told them, and they struggle with this. And because they struggle, this action creates stress. So because of that, at the end of the day, the woman just start crying and become frustrated and become depressive by looking in the mirror and said, hey, nothing works for me. My life, it's a whole mess, and I can't even get rid of this awful body. I can't even get rid of this fat and all stuff. I'm nothing. And all these negative thoughts come in their mind. So instead of this idea of counting calories become something helpful, something that can help the person to make it much easier for them to improve their lifestyle, and all of it becomes a stress. So this is another reason. This is very interesting, to be honest with you, how things work. I can talk about this subject a lot, like hours, because after 7 years of personal training and listening to people, I can create like a perfect image for people to tell a story what they go through every single day, and at the end of the day they have this other problem that they think is a problem, to get rid of the body fat, or to create a better body and all of this stuff. So this is another reason why I don't recommend counting calories. And you have here 4 reasons, and these reasons are, I think, are the most important reasons, to be honest with you. So yeah, see you in the next episode. Bye.